Who are you? A seemingly simple yet difficult question to answer. Never has the virtual world been more prominent than it is today. As we continually move back and forth between the real and virtual world, it seems entirely possible to lose ourselves. The need to find one's identity has never been greater. Thus is the basic premise of 1997's Perfect Blue, directed by Satoshi Kon. Mima, a J-pop idol, quits her band in order to become an actress. As she becomes a victim of stalking, gruesome murders begin to occur, and she starts to lose her grip on reality. Serving as Satoshi Kon's directorial debut, and at just 81 minutes long, it is truly remarkable the amount of depth contained within this film. From the very first shot we see of Mima's face, she sees her reflection in the glass. She dances along to the rhythm of the song Angel of Love. Mima lives two lives, the one of the idol mimicking, and then the other as that of a normal person. Having always dreamed of being a singer, Mima finds it difficult transitioning to being an actress, especially when the career change is made out of necessity, and not out of choice. After Tadokoro opens the letter bomb, we see Mima's reflection again, but at a much greater distance. As she continues with her acting career, the gap between her current and old self continues to grow. After agreeing to the assault scene, idol Mimrin appears for the first time in her reflection, refusing to ever do such a thing. Mima stares blankly at herself, questioning who she is. She is losing her individual sense of identity. In contrast to the reflections, which tackles how Mima sees herself, the lights deal with how others perceive her. They are first introduced on the set of Double Bind, as Mima keeps repeating,
"Excuse me, who are you?"
The lights disorientate Mima, and she grows increasingly uncomfortable with how the crew perceive her. She is the centre of attention, and that pressure is difficult for her to handle. Again, on the set of Double Bind, the flashes from the photographer's cameras lights up the model stage, before a juxtaposition to the fifth murder victim. This scene connects performance with death. This becomes significant when Mima performs the assault scene. Wearing a dress closely resembling that of Mima in the idol, the lights and men quickly intersect with one another, before a crowd appears. Mima in the idol is completely absorbed in the bright white light. We return to the dressing room, and the light goes out. Mima sits, wearing black clothing. She is in mourning. The fantasy of Mima in the idol died, and Mima the actress was born. As seen in original art for the film, the fishes are an important motif in Perfect Blue. As Mima returns to her apartment, it is shrouded in darkness. The red towel on the wall bears 5 fish, and glows brightly. Here, one of the most significant scenes in the whole film takes place. Due to Mima's trauma, she is losing her grip on reality. She believes her fish to be dead. This shot is particularly significant for a few reasons. Firstly, Mima is placed in the same tank as the fish, a visual metaphor of how she is trapped. Secondly, 5 fish lay dead. During the story we witness 4 deaths, and Tadashi Doi is in critical condition. The fish signify the deaths of those characters. As virtual Mima appears for the first time, the fish are in fact alive. But importantly now, 2 fish are shown. This signifies the battle of the 2 Mimas that is to take place moving forwards. Starting out as devout supporters of Mima, both Rumi and Mamania's support and admiration turns sour, changing from forms of love to hate. The duality of emotion, both characters desiring to control Mima. As Rumi cannot live her dreams through the lens of Mima as an idol, she resorts to much more drastic action. In one of the most picture-perfect shots of the entire film, Mima's face projects over Rumi. The illusion of Mima possesses her, the mask to conceal Rumi's true self.
You mean the murderer is just an illusion that she has simply created?
Yes.
After Mima's encounter with Mamania, Rumi drives her to Mima's room. Mima stares into her reflection once again, but this time her reflection turns solid. The battle between the virtual and real Mima is over. As Rumi's personality disorder is revealed, she smashes the fish tank. This further reinforces the liberation of Mima. She is no longer trapped within her own reality. Another reflection here spatially shows the distance between Mima and Rumi. Mima has a close understanding of her identity, whereas Rumi does not. Rumi destroys the mirror. Her psyche is completely shattered. When the truck is heading for Rumi, the crowd cheers. She puts her arms out and the lights blind her. She believes she is performing, before the reality of Mima hits her. The lights stop and they tumble across the road. As Rumi walks across the mental hospital, she is overexposed to light. The delusion of fantasy consumes her and her identity. It is still in the forefront of her mind. Whereas in the final shot with Mima, the bright light is placed firmly behind her, a sliver in the mirror. She has finally found her identity. Perfect Blue is a truly intricate work by Satoshi Kon, and there is far more to this film than I have briefly laid out here. It stands as one of the greatest psychological thrillers of all time, and it is such a tragedy that Satoshi Kon was taken from the world so soon. May he rest in peace.